What is up, everyone? I'm back, and we're playing with the Buffalo Bills and kind of talking about their off-season and their season they just had. Since we're here, we all know what we're here for, so let's hop right in. And let's just say the Bills have not had such a great off-season. They've had to get rid of some of their core players. They had to get rid of Tre'Davious White. They had to get rid of Micah Hyde. They had to get rid of Jordan Poyer. And they just have had to get rid of a lot of their good players just because of the cap not being in their favor this year. And that's not been a great off-season for them. Because Gabe Davis got a touchdown. He's no longer on the team either. So they're definitely going to have some work to do in the draft. They also don't have their center, Mitch Morse, anymore. He got cut as well. So they lost a bunch of people. So the draft for them is going to be very crucial to see if they can still be Super Bowl contenders or not. Because, they haven't signed anyone because they really can't. They don't have the money to sign a bunch of people. They signed a couple of people. They signed Curtis Samuel to hopefully try and fill the void for Gabe Davis not being there anymore. And they've made a couple of micro signings, but it's not going to be enough to where they're going to be as good as they were last year or the year before that, at least from a talent standpoint. And even last year, there were definitely some glimpses of them struggling. They still won the division, went 11-6, but there was a period of time where people didn't know if the Bills were going to make the playoffs or not, just because of how bad they were in the middle of the season. And let's just say they figured it out then, but maybe that's a sign of things to come for this team moving forward. I mean, I don't want to sound negative. I love the Bills. They're one of the teams I like, but that's just the reality of the NFL. I mean, you can't be a Super Bowl contender forever because eventually it's going to catch up to you if you don't construct your roster the right way. And signing players to big contracts and them not living up to those contracts kind of puts them in the situation they're in now. They signed Von Miller to a huge contract a couple of years ago, and that is a big reason why they've had to get rid of some of their players that they wouldn't have to had they not given them the contract. So yeah, the draft is going to be huge for this team. I mean, they're pretty good at drafting. I'll give them that. I mean, that's a big thing about being a Super Bowl contender is you have to be prepared for this. The Chiefs are always prepared for this. The Bengals are going to have to be prepared for this in the future. I'm sure I mentioned that in my last video because that's who I played with. But this is going to be a big draft for the Bills to see if they're really a Super Bowl contender who can keep competing because they have a quarterback that is capable of doing that. So they definitely have the ability to keep being a Super Bowl contender if they can construct their roster and get the right pieces at the right time and all that. But at the same time, it's still a big test for any teams, but especially the Bills, just because of what they've had to go through. But yeah, that's kind of all the things you could really say about this team. They had to get rid of a lot of their players, and they've got a bunch of voids now that they didn't have before because they got rid of a bunch of their key players. So yeah, that's really about what this team is in right now. They just have to wait for the draft and hope that they can rebuild their spots that they had to get rid of from there. And with that being said, I might as well talk about this game we're in right now. Right now, it's tied 14-14. Josh Allen gets sacked for a 10-yard loss. That'll take us to the 2-minute warning. 2nd down and 20. Josh Allen's going to throw. Passes caught by Khalil Shakir. He's gonna have to have a big year for the Bills next year if they're going to be good, which he did at the end. But 3rd and 13, Josh Allen forces a pass to Khalil Shakir that is picked off by Zach Cunningham. And that play right there is a big reason why the Bills struggled last year relative to their expectations. So now it's 2nd down and 10. Jalen Hurts pressured crazily, but he escapes and makes the throw to a wide open Dallas Goedert. And the Eagles get a touchdown. Now they're up by 7. And we'll see if the Bills decide to play any defense here. I mean, this is with, their players, their key players, since Madden obviously doesn't update rosters or anything like that. So they don't really have the excuse of saying they're at a talent deficiency, but we'll see what they can do here. As Gabe Davis, good catch here, but he eventually gets tackled down at the 14-yard line. We'll see if they can punch into the end zone. That's what we need for this drive, and it's caught by Dawson Knox. Not quite a touchdown, but down at the 1. It'll be 1st down and goal at the 1-yard line. Josh Allen's rolling out to the left, and he's going to just run it in himself. And let's just say he's been doing that a lot last season. He had, I think, 14 rushing touchdowns last season just because of how reliant they are on him and his physicality. That's another thing that this team needs to really keep an eye on. They haven't had to pay a huge price with Josh Allen being as physical in his play as he, is, because it's Josh Allen. But, that cannot last forever. There are people that played in the NFL that had that same style, and they can't sustain the hits. You can't just sustain it. As that is the end of the half. We gave up a big play, but it seemed to not matter. But yeah, people were talking about this last offseason with Josh Allen and how he's being asked to do too much and how they're risking future injury for him. And that's something they really need to, keep an eye on, because they have a solid running back in James Cook, but it's seems that every time Josh Allen has an opportunity to put himself in a position to make a physical play, he does, which I'm not saying that's a bad thing or anything, but you also have to be smart about it. That's the thing. That's one of the hardest things about sustaining in the NFL. It's they always say you're supposed to try your absolute hardest to stay in the league by making the plays that you need to, but at the same time, if you're a quarterback, you have to make sure you have a limit on how much you do that. So you can still make those Josh Allen plays where he, bulldozes people and hurdles people because he has the ability to do that, but he has to also know when to slow down a little bit. That's not just on him, too. That's on Sean McDermott and the Bills coaching staff, too. So, yeah, this is just, not the greatest year offseason for the Bills, just because disappointing season, because they didn't even make it to the Super Bowl or make it to the AFC Championship. They got beat by the Chiefs in the playoffs again, and, they just gotta wonder what they need to do to beat the Chiefs, because they were so damn close last time. They were a missed field goal away from tying the game, and it's just Bills fans are fed up. I could totally see why people are saying Sean McDermott should be fired and stuff like that. I don't think he should, but it kind of makes sense why people are getting frustrated with it. They're a really good team, and it's great that they're a good team again, because they haven't been a good team in since the 90s, but you gotta ask yourself, is being a good team even worth it if you're not winning Super Bowls your goal in the NFL is to do? I would argue no, because yeah, you're good, but does it really matter? It's not like you're gonna get a Lombardi trophy by not making the Super Bowl, which is what the Bills have been doing. And it's just everyone's people are always saying oh yeah, this is the year they'll make the Super Bowl and things like that. But it's at some point, you gotta actually make it to the Super Bowl and win it if you're gonna, keep sustaining this longevity, because eventually Sean McDermott's going to get fired if he doesn't, take the next step at some point. I'm not saying, he has to win a Super Bowl this year to keep his job or anything like that, but it's underachieving coaches, I mean, they don't last forever. I mean, he will get fired if they don't figure something out during the playoffs. Because, I mean, they had their things go wrong in the regular season last year. They figured it out. Good for them for doing that. But, like, I mean, those things that were happening, like, they shouldn't be. I mean, they had a very talented roster. They had a top 3 quarterback in the game. I guess people could argue he's not top 3, Josh Allen. But, I mean, most people would probably say he's a top 3 quarterback, or at least borderline top 3. So, yeah, I mean, the Bills, they're just kind of out of excuses right now. I mean, they're kind of like the AFC version of the Cowboys. People always, talk their shit about how the Cowboys never, do anything in the playoffs and how they haven't made it past the divisional round since, like, the 90s or something. But, like, the Bills are kind of going towards that territory right now. And they need to, be careful that they don't become the new version of the Cowboys because, like, sure, good team, but not a playoff team. I mean, they haven't made, like, a huge playoff run ever or anything like that. Like, they always just either lose to the Chiefs or lose to the Bengals or just lose to whoever because they can't get it done. Like, they just don't have, I guess maybe they just don't have the if factor. I mean, I hate saying that because I do like the Bills and I hope they win a Super Bowl in the next couple of years because they definitely still have this window, but it's like you have to ask yourself, like, are they really going to? Like, they've had multiple opportunities to do so, and they just have not looked like the team that is, going to do that. Like, yeah, they'll show some, sparks during the season, but, like, if you can't play in the playoffs, I mean, you're kind of done for. I mean, you can make the argument for a lot of teams like that, but I think it's worse for the Bills because, like, they're, like, a arguable top 3 team in the AFC. I mean, you've got the Chiefs, the Bengals. I guess you could throw the Ravens in there too. And yeah, like, they're in that conversation and they just haven't been able to get it done. I mean, there's really not a lot you can say here. I mean, losing the players hurts, but you just have to do what you got to do. And this was, like, people are going to say, like, was their last opportunity to win. And I mean, they might be correct if the Bills don't figure something out, because if they can't get it done with the players on the roster right now that I'm playing with, like, when are they going to get it done? Like, that's just, like, the reality of how this, cruel NFL business works. Like, if you can't get the job done, you're going to get fired, you're going to have a depleted roster. It's just, like, you can't keep the same players around forever. I mean, you can keep your core players around for a long time, but your whole team, I mean, that's not how it works. I mean, NFL, it's not all sunshine and rainbows when you look at the business portion of it. I mean, it might feel that way for teams that, always get their way, like the Chiefs or maybe like the Rams when they won their Super Bowl and things like that. But, like, things just don't go that way for a lot of teams. I just think the Bills are one of those teams. And I guess I'll try and focus on this game. I've probably made a lot of Bills fans upset making this video, and I apologize, but if you're a real Bills fan, you know exactly where I'm coming from. Alright, we'll focus on this game. We didn't really talk a lot about that first game, which, by the way, was a horrible game. We lost, by 20-something points because our defense was horrible. And right now, it's tied 0-0, and we're about to enter the second quarter. We got about a minute left in the first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Josh Allen runs for a 5-yard gain. It will be 2nd down and 5. Allen is going to go back to pass. He's going to throw, but it's picked off by Xavier McKinney, who is actually on the Packers now. He's not on the Giants anymore. And he gets caught eventually by Stephon Diggs, who thankfully he's still on the team. As it'll be Giants ball, 1st and 10 at the 47. Daniel Jones back to pass. He's going to throw a deep pass wide open is Saquon Barkley, and he gets a touchdown, which is ironic because he's not even on the Giants anymore. He got signed by the Eagles, but I'll cover that in the Eagles and Giants videos that I'll do later. First down and 10 at the 25-yard line. Allen is going to roll out to the right. He's going to set his feet and throw wide open as Gabe Davis. And he's going to make the catch and go down at the 43. As we'll see if the Bills can get a touchdown here, get back on track. Oh wow, good catch by Stephon Diggs. One-handed catch. And he just got the ball. He's really good at doing that. First down and 10 at the 19. Allen is going to run again. He gets a block by Gabe Davis, and he just barely gets the first down. It'll be first down and goal at the 9-yard line. Allen back to pass. He's going to roll out to the right, and he is going to throw wide open again as Gabe Davis. As it looks like the Giants think he's not on this Madden roster because they haven't been covering him all game. As we're going to go for 2 as well, see if we can get our 1-point lead, and that we do as James Cook is able to easily get in the end zone. As we'll see if we can keep playing like this the rest of the game. That first drive was pretty bad, and for all of you people who don't know anything about football, the Giants are not a good team, especially not in Madden. So the fact that we were losing to them at a point is a little concerning, so hopefully we can, turn that around as this pass is knocked down. It'll be 4th down and 9 for the Giants. So it looks like they punted, and we got the ball back. First down and 10, pass is caught by Dawson Knox. He's going to shake off a tackle and get up to the 41 of the Giants, and it'll be first down and 10 again. Josh Allen is going to set his feet again. Pass caught by Dalton Kincaid. The Giants, looks like they don't have the talent to keep up with the Bills because they've been leaving guys wide open. As pass is caught by Diggs again, it'll be first down and goal at the 8-yard line. We'll see if the Bills can punch it in. Allen back to pass. He's going to try and run around, but he gets taken down. And now it's 2nd down and goal at the 15-yard line. Josh Allen back to pass. He's going to throw. Pass is caught by Gabe Davis, but he eventually gets caught, so it's only about a 3-yard gain. 3rd down goal at the 12. We'll see if Josh Allen can work his magic here. He's going to try and run, but he can't go anywhere. It's 4th down and goal at the 14. And it looks like we'll just settle for a field goal. Smart decision here. We have the capability to score. We probably should have scored a touchdown there, but it's early in the game. You don't want to chase points too early. First down 10, Daniel Jones throwing, but that was an overthrow. It looked like he was looking for Darren Waller, but instead he found a pile of grass or turf, whatever the Bills have in their stadium, as that pass fell incomplete, as does this one, as now it's 3rd down and 10 at the 25. Daniel Jones back to pass. He's going to throw. Pass is caught by, what was that guy? Wan'Dale Robinson for a first down. That was a tight window, but good throw by Daniel Jones. This first down and 10, wide open again is Saquon Barkley. As it looks like the Bills are having a really hard time trying to cover him, as he gets another touchdown in pretty humiliating fashion, honestly, considering, that it's the same player and it's the Giants. As this is the final play of the half, we do a couple laterals, but it doesn't work out. As this is back to the Giants again, and thankfully we do tackle him before he gets in the end zone for a touchdown. That would have been horrendous if that happened. It was kind of already horrendous. I just got a little too greedy and lateraled the ball, and thankfully it didn't, result in anything, so that's good. What's not good is this defense by Tre'Davious White, as Darren Waller gets an easy touchdown on the first play of the half. And if you're a Bills fan, man, I don't know how this video is going to be, watchable for you. We've got our defenses playing horrible, and I'm kind of talking shit about the Bills. And yeah, sorry, Bills Mafia. I don't mean it. I really hope you guys do good, but I guess that's just the reality of your situation. That's what it calls for. As now it's 2nd down and 10 at the 41-yard line, as that was a horrible throw by Josh Allen. His pass is caught here by Gabe Davis. That's what we got to do more. If we keep throwing those short passes like they've been giving to us, we'd probably be fine, but we're just kind of trying to hit home run balls. Like, we probably could have hit Stephon Diggs right there if we wanted to, but we did run with Josh Allen, so I guess he kind of got out of it. As now it's 2nd down and inches at the 16-yard line. James Cook's going to take it for a first down. The goal here is just to play smart. If we can play smart and not make stupid mistakes, we should be good to win this game, because we didn't win our last game, clearly. And we're going to try and win this game. We're going for 2. Curious decision there, but we do get it, and that'll make it a 2-point game, as it's 21-19 Giants. We'll see if we can stop them on defense, because we've been struggling to do that, as that's a good play by the Bills right there, only allowing 1 yard. As now it's 2nd down and 9 at the 26-yard line. Daniel Jones back to pass, going to throw. Pass is caught by Darius Slayton as he burns his man, Rasul Douglas, for a touchdown. And that was my fault. I should have known better. I pressed a guy, and he is actually pretty fast. You wouldn't think he's fast, but he is. I think he's got like 93 or 94 speed or something like that. And yeah, pressing a guy like that, you're asking for trouble. As Stephon Diggs is giving the Giants defense some trouble here as he gets a touchdown on the Bills' first play of their offensive drive. As I guess, as bad as our defense is playing, at least our offense is holding up their end of the bargain. Josh Allen's going to run in and try and get the 2-point conversion. He does, as now it's a 1-point game. As we'll see if we can, play some defense. Like, I would kind of like that. We'll see if we can do that. 1st down and 10, Saquon Barkley getting 8 yards on that carry, as it's 2nd down and 2 at the 33. It looks like a play-action pass. Daniel Jones sets his feet. He's going to throw. Passes incomplete. Almost a pick by Tre'Davious White, but he couldn't get both his feet in bounds. It's now 3rd down and 2 at the 33. Daniel Jones is going to throw, but it's picked off. And it looks like the defense of the Bills finally did something besides let the Giants walk all over them. As now it's 1st down and 10 at the 36. Josh Allen going back to pass. He's taken too long. Yeah, that's one thing we've been doing a lot, is we've been waiting too long to throw the ball because we want the big play, but sometimes you just gotta take what they give you. Like, kind of right there, 2nd and 10, threw the ball right away to the open guy. It worked out. 1st down and 10 at the 17. Josh Allen back to pass, going to throw. Pass is caught by Stephon Diggs. It was kind of an iffy throw, but when you have a guy like Stephon Diggs, I guess you can get away with iffy throws. We're going to go for 2 again, as we don't get it this time, and we'll see if that comes back to haunt us later in the game. It's like, I don't think we attempted 1 field goal in this game. Well, we kicked that 1, but we've gone for 2 every single time, I'm pretty sure. And, I mean, up until then, it's worked out because we've scored on all of them except that 1. As it looks like our defense is actually playing good right now. It's 3rd down 21, and we just tackled Saquon Barkley for a minimal gain. 3rd and 21. We'll see if we can get a stop here. Daniel going deep to, what's his name? I can't remember. I don't really follow the Giants that much, but either way, it was not a good throw regardless of who it was, and it's picked off by Tre'Davious White. But as soon as I say that, Deonte Banks of the Giants picks off Josh Allen on the very next play. And yeah, that's kind of what you can't do when you're playing with the Bills. Like, that's their biggest flaw, is they're turnover prone. As this is lucky by the Bills. Darius Slayton burnt 2 people over the top, and Daniel Jones just missed him. His 2nd and 10, he misses another throw. But that was pretty good defense by Tre'Davious White on that play, so that wasn't super lucky. 3rd and 10, this is picked off by Teron Johnson, who is one of the few people on this defense that the Bills re-signed, as it looks like he might take it all the way, and that he does, as he's able to have enough in the tank to go back for 6. And just like that, we are up by 2 scores, and looks like we might escape our own ineptitude due to our sheer talent on this roster. As now it'll be 1st and 10 after we give up another completion to Darren Waller. Nothing new there. Alright, as long as our defense doesn't completely collapse, we should be good to go. Like, I'm okay if they score a touchdown here, but if we give up a touchdown and then our offense goes flat and then they give up another touchdown, then we're kind of screwed. So hopefully, hopefully something will give, Hopefully our offense will keep playing good enough to end the game, or hopefully our defense will, get a stop here. 4th down and 2, Daniel Jones throwing. He's going to throw, and it's caught again by Saquon Barkley, as it looks like I'm not going to get my wish of them finally getting a stop, as Saquon gets another touchdown on that same stupid wheel route that we have just not been able to guard. As now it's 1st down and 10 at the 25. We throw, pass is caught by Dalton Kincaid. And I guess right now, our options are either we can try and shoot some clock, or we can score a touchdown and make it a 2-score game again. As it's 1st down and 10 at the 35. Alright, hopefully we can, do something that doesn't result in a turnover or something. As we are burning their timeouts, that's what we want to do. If we get like 2 more 1st downs, we should be home free. As 1st and 10, Josh Allen is running around. He's going to throw, and yeah, that's not what we want. We do not want an incompletion because that stops the clock. 2nd down and 10 at the 22. Josh Allen is going to run around. He throws. Somehow it's caught. Oh, no, it's not caught. He dropped it. That was actually a really good throw, but James Cook couldn't hold on to it. 3rd down and 10. This time we do get the 1st down, and Dawson Knox elects to go down at the 2. As we'll see how the Giants use their timeouts, as we're just melting some clock here. 1st down and 10, James Cook is not able to get a touchdown, which, I mean, this is kind of a weird scenario, because if we score, we give them the ball back, but if we can melt some clock, if we don't end up scoring, we might be good. 3rd down and goal, Josh Allen, he's just running around like crazy here. We'll see if he can hold on to the ball, and thankfully he does. Man, that was a horrible loss on that play. As it's 4th down and goal, we'll see what they do here. As they snap the ball, and this game is over, assuming we don't do something, and thankfully we do, as, oh man, what a sloppy way to win the game. We didn't even score a touchdown or anything. We straight up just ran around and hoped that it would work, and it did work somehow. As, oh man, that's not the greatest game on either side of the ball, honestly. I mean, our offense was okay, but our defense was really bad in both games. We gave up a combined, like, I think it was 93 points in those 2 games. That's horrible. That's an average of 42.5 points a game. Like, that is fucking horrible. But we won one of the games, so right now we've won a game with the 3 teams we've used. That's kind of our goal here, to win a game with each team, do a breakdown of the team, and so far we've accomplished our goal up to this point for all 3 of the teams we've used. And our next video is going to be over the Broncos and how their, off-season's going. So, that's going to be fun because I'm a Broncos fan, and I'm going to have a lot of shit to say about them. But until then, I will see y'all in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. See you later.